nobody actually was really prepared for a storm like Irma. There's a lot of talk, but nobody says, yes, you had a category 6 or a category 7. They're all just saying, we've never had anything like this before.
We know that St. Maarten going to get a serious hit, especially with the speed it was going, because it was blooming. In a few hours, everything will change.
I don't know what it is. I just was not afraid. It's calm. I did close my shutters, and then I went to bed that night and waited for it to come.
Hurricane Irma's impending arrival creating chaos.
People are racing to get gas before it's too late.
Irma is now the strongest hurricane to ever plow into the Leeward Islands.
200,000 people are in desperate need of aid. It's a Category 5 hurricane, killing at least 38 people.
Winds above 180. Communication is out.
The panicking from relatives living abroad started to really kick in. You know, my family doesn't get scared too quickly, but they were still telling me, just don't worry, we're gonna be all right, we're with each other, and we have strong homes, and we're being looked over, you know, we're gonna be all right. And then right before the eye of the storm went over the island, all communication was lost, right at that strongest point of the hurricane prior to the second half coming.
My solar panel flew away, and all my tiles were slowly and surely flapping away into the wind. But Susie was in a panic because a huge big piece of iron, about 6 or 7 feet long, crashed through their roof, broke 3 beams, and of course came right close to where, if anybody was lying in the bed, it would have been terrifying to have that boom and come through right close to you on the bed.
You don't hear from your family for like 36 hours. And you have no idea like if they're friggin' alive. Your mom, sisters, brother, nieces, nephews, all your friends, you know, so there's not one bit of communication till like more than a day after this devastating hurricane. It's just hard, man, that a whole island is off the grid. Like a whole island with about 100,000 people completely off the grid.
We couldn't really make any contact. We parked on the side of the road and we walked to see what damage was there, and it was terrific. I mean, I thought, did we go through that? I heard gunshots coming on from houses on my left and houses on my right. And there were no security. The gates were broken. Cars were driving in, looking for houses to loot.
It took a few days before the military was able to get on the ground and really start bringing about some order. But before that, there's nothing you can do. And everybody, I think everybody who lived abroad felt like, I wish I was there, even though it was this scary, because at least I could be sorry.
It's really incredible to think that this was not, when you look at the hotel, to think that it was not a bomb that did this. I don't know, to think that just I mean, it wasn't just a hurricane, it was the most impressive hurricane in terms of wind speeds has ever been recorded in the history of recording hurricanes. And when you look at a room like this, you're like, how could people have survived? I mean, you can see people's body lotions and sunblocks are still here because they were just on vacation.
Living on a boat, going through storms. I was younger. I kind of been through like life-death situation. Well, that's made me grow. Anyway, although it was terrifying, I feel now I can deal with that, something like that. You know, I couldn't even get over to their yard. Can you imagine? I couldn't even go down the pathway. No tree, no bush, no plant of mine had either flower or leaf on it. It was just stems, and everything was brown. And within a month, everything was green. I have a friend that I'm going to go and see this afternoon who is not well, and I always take her flowers. How about that for a bouquet for somebody who is not feeling very well? This will make up that little bit there. See?
For me, I can say nothing. You see all this, the band house we're in, sitting in now, and not even a leak. With all the instruments, then we leave it. I mean, if the roof had to go, everything gone. And we give thanks that we overcome, no? We are survival of Irma.
A lot of people don't understand. I'm come from a poor family, and I know what is hard time. I know what sufferation, I know everything. I have to know where I come from. So I want to throw away a plate of food and think it's right. But there's hungry people out there. People didn't want it to get open. But you can't stop me from opening it. If God would want me to break down, he was going to break me down just like everybody in the boulevard. It stopped right here. Break this whole thing down and stop right here. Right by me. Not even a nail I move. Wow. We have that post far along on the roof. Even move anything. That is our TV. The TV did not move. It's blessed. I'm the only boulevard restaurant so far in this boulevard. So I have to be in history. You can't tear down history.
The people that I meet every day, you hear of stories of these people having to crawl from one part of their house outside with everything flying around into another room because their roof was gone or the walls were crumbling. They have been through really hard times. They've had traumatic times compared to me, and yet they smile and they're happy and they laugh about their experiences, you know? It's like they've come above it.
After Irma, I don't think anybody on the island could have even imagined that there would be any big events taking place this soon after the hurricane, right? Because there was so much work to be done. I think it was like a month or 2 months after the hurricane that they announced we're doing the 38th annual Heineken Regatta. We're not going to miss this one. And once we heard that, we were like, we need to be there. This is our home. And the energy was off the scale. People on the island have been working so hard and they've been through so much that when they go out at night, they love to let loose and just and have a good time. And I've never seen some Martiners having this good of a time at parties before, you know? And it makes total sense.
Some people really came out this hurricane and provided for the people. And nobody is depressed. Nobody says, I'm down and out. Can you help me? I'm amazed that we have these people, and these people are the ones that are going to bring St. Maarten back. I think the main point of this hurricane was to teach us something, to teach us to listen to nature. And if we don't listen to nature, then we're going to have all these things going on. So what are we doing wrong with nature? That's what the governments have to talk about.
For me as a Rastafarian, it's just a judgment. It's the Almighty God showing us something. Yes, because when you forget nature, nature will show you to remember, because God is nature. I mean, it's for St. Maarten people to unite, because this type of natural disaster bring unity. I mean, for them to unite and for we to build up St. Maarten better and stronger.
We have to think positive. You see what she's doing there? She clean herself. Every routine, after you have to get the house, see what? Clean the earth. She clean the earth. She clean everything. She push up the cement. So right now, when she goes still, I can go back in there. All the air, she clean everything. I'm born and raised in Grand Cars. And I will never leave Grand Cars for any hurricane. Nice. That's my home. Hurricane is me, and I'm hurricane. And I'm not scared to die.
We have to continue to make people remember. People forget we have to connect with nature. And that is what we're losing. People more turn now to program, the gadget, the small gadget. The small gadget got us all hooked. We got to learn to open our third eye. What we don't do, they blind us. To lost is easy, because people lost in every day. They even go lost. You understand? But let love. Love is respect. It's patience. It's understanding. It's easy to pick up a gun and kill somebody. You know? But how easy it is to bring somebody back to their senses and give them life. I mean, it's a long journey we're on, but we need to get conscious in this time and know that if you want good for you, think good on other people, because what you send out will come back to you. Be conscious of life and love yourself, and for the young children then, teach them to love their parents too. Yeah, love your mother, love your father, because you don't know what they're going through. You never know what they're going through. I mean, there's a message has for them. One love, Jah love, Rastafari love.